Yeah, Elon Musk tweeted on Sunday, Nicole, saying, "My pronouns are prosecute Fauci." The tweet has 1.1 million likes last time that I checked. And even if there's a number of people asking for him to apologize, instead he is tweeting memes about it.
My pronouns are prosecute Fauci. In just 5 words, Elon Musk managed to stir all of Twitter into a frenzy.
Well, to be very honest, it's frightening, but it's also showing us that, sadly, Elon Musk is a person who is devoid of empathy and compassion.
Amit Arya is a palliative care physician and a professor at McMaster University.
I mean, really, in that one tweet, he managed to mock transgender people and non-binary people. And then, secondly, he sort of, went after Dr. Anthony Fauci, who has done nothing but try to serve his country and save people's lives.
Dr. Anthony Fauci spent years as the United States COVID-19 expert for both former President Donald Trump and current President Joe Biden. He has become a lightning rod for anti-mandate protesters.
And even now, we hear stories, not just in Canada, but also in the US, of people needlessly losing their lives, to COVID-19 because of dangerous misinformation spreading on social media.
Well, Dr. Arya says it's worrisome to see someone as high profile as Musk take on a healthcare professional. He says this is nothing new. Healthcare workers who speak up for pandemic restrictions like masking and vaccines often become the target of harassment or even death threats online. That includes Dr. Peter Hotez from Texas, who says he's getting dozens of threats after speaking out against Musk this weekend.
So many of those people are now feeling very, very discouraged and demoralized, and are also thinking about leaving Twitter altogether, which speaks to, really the broader agenda of Elon Musk.
Since Musk took over the company, Twitter has stopped enforcing its COVID-19 misinformation policy that labeled or removed misleading or inaccurate tweets about pandemic measures. Musk also fired a large portion of his content moderation team, which internet watchdogs believe is one of the reasons there's been a spike in racist, homophobic, and transphobic slurs used on the platform since Musk took over. In November, the number of anti-trans slurs increased at 53% over the previous year.
Elon Musk has essentially given permission to anti-trans trolls to just say really horrible, hateful things to trans users on the platform.
Jamie Sadgrove is with the Canadian Centre for Gender and Sexual Diversity. They say it's getting harder for trans folks to use Twitter for activism and organization.
I see it in my mentions and the mentions of some of my dear friends and colleagues. For example, a friend of mine spoke at an event talking about gender-based violence, and for over a week now, her mentions have just been full of people misgendering her and saying really horribly transphobic things.
A number of previously banned accounts have been reinstated, including Canadian professor Jordan Peterson, who was banned over the summer for dead-naming actor Elliot Page and making transphobic comments. Morgan Auger is an advocate for 2S LGBTQ+ rights in Canada.
The excuse that it's just on the internet is invalid. It's like he doesn't understand that he's accountable for his conduct as the owner of Twitter.
Both advocates say rhetoric like that emboldens violence in real life, like a shooting at a gay nightclub in Colorado Springs last month that killed 5 and injured 15 members of the 2S LGBTQ+ community. On the other side of the aisle, far-right Republican Marjorie Taylor Greene responded, saying, "Elon, I affirm your pronouns."
I think it's easy for especially those who don't know a lot of trans or queer people to think like, oh, this is just something that happens online, but it does have real impact on real life.
Dr. Arya says right now it's especially important for the government to start targeting disinformation about COVID-19 online, right as we're seeing all of these overwhelmed pediatric hospitals right across the country. Nicole?